Hello everyone, it's time for another ZZT livestream. This week I'll be continuing playing the Operation Gamma Velorum series by Quantum P with part 2 here. It came out pretty dang quickly after the first one. First one came out in May and the sequel came out in August, so built over the summer basically. If you missed the last stream, it was a part 1. It was a sci-fi game where you play as a half Martian named Core, and him and his friends Megan witness a supernova. They think that's kind of weird. Supernovas don't just happen, so they go to find out what the heck's going on. And it turns out that it was terrorists. And so they join the space military and stop the terrorists from blowing up more stars. The first game ended pretty cleanly like that. They come home, they get some awards for doing such a good job, and it was a happy little ending. But obviously something's got to give because this is part 2 of 4, so we're definitely getting something else here. So let's take a look and see what part 2 brings to us. Yeah, 3 of the 4 parts are one of MadTom's pick. So it was definitely a successful series for the time. Somewhat disappointingly, the title screen is exactly the same as the first part, except it says part 2 instead of part 1. You still get this little effect of rotating a planet and the little text appearing, and that's about it. Oh, what button did I hit? Because definitely the wrong one. I didn't even know I had a shortcut for that. Anyway, the first game ended by giving us a password, and in order to play part 2 here, we're going to need this password. Alright. Thankfully I copied that password down correctly. You can see that this password engine is definitely somewhat complex just by those counters constantly changing while the password is being entered. So there's definitely a lot to it. Looks like we begin on Core's home planet of Mars once again. 1 week after the Velorum incident. And so these cool teenagers made it on the front page of the newspaper for several days. And now we're just gonna ask our commanding officer about some top secret projects. And the way this game goes, we're probably gonna get that information pretty dang easily. It's gonna be an exciting day. I don't know who this blue person is, but they seem very uninterested. Something is going on. Couldn't be reached by a fancy sci-fi video phone. Alright, so we get some more Quantum P art of us hanging out in an elevator. Ooh, that was another really nice animation. There's a mysterious spaceship. Wow, this is a desolate looking board. Oh, that would be why. So we could do that cool effects as we get bombed and the air raid sirens go off on Mars. I'm thankful this flashing isn't too intense. Quantum does a lot of really nice animations. They're definitely like the best part of this series. Hello, Sprite. Our intrepid teens volunteer to help, as they always do. And we can just sit here and listen to this air raid siren for as long as we like. Alright, it's time to get into our spaceship and do something. It is a good siren. Oh boy. I was not a very good bomber in the last game, so hopefully I'm better at dogfighting. Okay, the X-1 is an extremely fast, maneuverable fighter craft armed with twin high-voltage laser cannons. Alright, so it controls exactly like you expect a spaceship to. Up, down, left, right, and we can shoot some lasers. Quantum is trying to do so much here. Well, I guess I got shot. Cool. I guess this is how we're going to be starting this one, with me frantically failing at an engine. Let's try again. Okay, that went slightly better. I was definitely shooting them. It just controls very awkwardly. Oh, come on. I shot them all down that time. It was the last second. He kind of awkwardly steer around. Bullets only show up sometimes because you can only fire a bullet if the tile in front of you isn't blocked. So those bullets are my lasers. So the real strategy is to actually get away from them slightly so you can actually shoot them. Okay. We got it. So it'll let me still fly around, apparently. You can see the weird sort of back and forth it does. I have no idea what, if anything, altitude does. Didn't seem to do anything. And you can still catch a glimpse of what's supposed to be a fighter plane that's still invisible on the radar because it never appeared there. Oh, and actually the engine bugged and I can't actually leave this board. Anyway. Yeah, I did a very good job. Oh, you know what? I probably did have to actually fly it to the hangar. At the same time, though, I did purposely try and crash by reducing my altitude to 0, and nothing happened, so I don't know if you can screw up. Hi. Man, these teens are so freaking cool. And I guess Megan's an adult now. Congratulations, Megan. I don't know why it's making me watch them walk off the screen. This cutscene should have ended already. The fact that there's another empty board makes me worried that there's going to be another bombing or something. It's got a Martian hamburger. Wow, that's a bargain. decor is getting very philosophical in this McDonald's here. Also, I like that this planet they're talking about is just named after raccoons, apparently. Quantum brings back this little engine where Megan follows you around. Oh boy, free first aid kit with every gun. Alright, we've got $50. I'm gonna buy. I'm gonna buy 2 grenades. Because you know what? That's what I'm feeling tonight. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, okay. I had to collect my first aid kit, even though it already took the money. I'm not sure who we're at war with. Like, there were terrorists in the first game, but they didn't really say, like, who they were. Yeah, this is a nice radar effect. See, now this one I could watch for a while. Should definitely make a gif of this. Ooh, we get a briefing. Quantum, that's a bad joke. Terrace Moon Base has just been discovered. Thanks to Robotic Scout, we now know where this base is. This threat must be eliminated. We'll send X-1 fighters through this valley. They'll be flying at low altitude to remain invisible on radar. As soon as it's safe, X-5 bombers will fly over these hills and remove enemy ground forces. By now, the moon base should be defenseless. X-10 transport units. Will invade the base. Unlike Mars, the moon has not been terraformed. It has no atmosphere. That's an interesting history. Oh, I'm very glad that we're just driving one of the transport ships and not bombing or fighting. Look at it go! Like, yeah, the animations are just really the best part of this game because the plot is very silly and the gameplay is neat, but it doesn't feel like you're doing much. Like this right here, that was just really nice. And I've seen enough of this series that I know you should definitely pay attention to Megan's face because I pretty much guarantee you she's going to move to face the camera as soon as I unpause. Dang it, she's looking at Earth. I do like this little bomber animation. Uh-oh. See, this is where ZZT not forcing the player to switch boards is kind of a thing. Because I can just keep watching our wrecked ship fly. Dang, Cora's confident here. Oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Okay, so I need to land on the airstrip. A camera on the bottom of the X10 will keep this airstrip in view. Push control stick forward to dive, back to climb. To land, keep your altitude and airspeed low. When over the airstrip, keep the nose of your spacecraft pointed up. Nose down landings will cause you to flip over and explode. Good luck. Okay, so I will not do that. Well, I tried. I cannot stress how awkward these engines are. Just the intervals in feedback are it's so long that you never really feel that your input is doing anything. Well, right now we're trying to land on an enemy moon base landing strip so as to not crash and explode, but I don't know how that's gonna work. Okay, yeah, I don't trust that save to be something I can recover. The worst part is that I do feel like I understand how I'm supposed to do this better than any of the others. Okay, just mashing the down key is all I had to do. Now we've safely landed on the terrorist base. Good lord. Oh, that's right, we have like a dozen soldiers with us as well. That little clown car of an animation was pretty good too. Oh, I guess the base was instantly drained of air as soon as the dome got punctured. So that was an easy takeover then, I guess. I don't know why we needed all these soldiers if we can just shoot a hole and be done with it. Uh-oh. It's a terrorist. Alright, we get to return to the RPG battle system. We got a lot of options now. Well, I bought these grenades for a reason, so let's try that out. Yeah, that was pretty effective. Now I will kick the terrorist instead. Whoa, that machine gun was also pretty effective. But he's no match for us, the cool teens. Dang, Core looks very cold-blooded holding that gun. That's a nice fade to black. Credit where it's due. I'm really glad Quantum isn't falling into the cliche of having these two just fall in love because it's a boy and a girl. They're friends who sleep in separate bunk beds. Whoa, this is a board. I was not expecting to wake up from a massage, but sure. See, this time I'm free to leave the cutscene. Now I want to see how far the little spaceship dot will go. Alright, we made it. This is another really good animation, wow. I was just about to make the screensaver joke. Alright, so it's time for another last minute save. I feel like this one doesn't have a lot of player interaction. It's a lot of cutscenes, and the first one was a lot of cutscenes. I should also probably be paying attention to this. Something about attacking our own power plant. Oh no, I hope this isn't the same spaceship I had to fly in the first one that gave me so much trouble. These animations, they just never stop. Oh boy. Oh man, please don't tell me this is 5 minutes of real time. Okay, at least this is janky enough that I'm confident I can do what I need to. This is really stretching how to do an engine. I'm completely ignoring my little laser animation and just staring at this little radar screen, because why would I look at anything else? Oh man, is this actually 5 minutes? It's still only 1 minute past. I should really save in the middle of this now that I think about it, because I really don't want to do this again. Gah. How's it still 12:47? I feel like this is longer than a minute per minute, which I really don't like. Still going. 49. Okay. I'm just worried that it's gonna be like, no, you didn't shoot down enough bombers, game over. This has to be more than 5 minutes, right? That's the look on my face right now, too. Every time the characters move, it catches me completely off guard, and I love it. So did we save the day? I don't even know. Oh, Megan's also just like fine. She's just here. Alright, well, I guess we messed up. Oh man, I was really hoping I'd get to explore the now dead space station, because that seems like a really cool location. No, the first one was pretty much all engines, but there were. You got to explore, like, the. I don't know what it was. It was basically a mall. They didn't call it a mall, but it was a space mall. You got to go to, like, the stores and talk to people. It wasn't much, but it was more than always being confined into, like, a corner like this. Oh, geez, that's a downer of an ending. Congratulations. You have completed part 2 of Operation Game of Velorum. To unlock part 3, use this password. Well, that was a bit of a downer of an ending. You know, the first one ended, there was just this, like, new hope, but in this one, the terrorists struck back. So, can't wait to see the return of the Martian in part 3, but we'll have to wait a little bit for that. I don't know. That wasn't bad by any means, but it felt very much like more of the same, and it's not quite as impressive the second time. So, unlike part 1, part 2 doesn't have any reviews. I don't think any of the other parts did either. Let me. Oh no, part 3 and 4 do. This is the one that nobody cared about, I guess, which I guess is fitting. Yeah, this is finally somebody saying I'm gonna make this 4-part epic story and it happening, and it's just. It's not bad by any means. If you liked part 1, I hope you want more of the same. Game is even more cutscene heavy and features a few different engines of varying quality. I think it's easier than part 1. There's only one RPG battle, which is weird because they make a big deal. Big deal out of getting those supplies. Again, the animations are great. But while they're flashy in part 1, they're kind of expected here. There's nothing really new brought in here. And the few things that could be interesting I guess I'm gonna put some spoilers. Say, main ship being shot, and the ruined space station after the attack. Sound like good avenues to explore, but Quantum unfortunately skips right over them. Not as hyped to replay part 3. as I was to replay part 2. Part 2. I would give this one 2.5 out of 5 if I gave numeric scores. So, that's gonna be it for tonight. I think that one was a little shorter than the last one. Oh man, I forgot to mention in the review that, wow, there was that 5-minute bombing run, which was very tedious. But anyway, we'll be playing part 3 next time, I'm sure. Hopefully it's a little better than this part. Which again, I don't think it was bad, it didn't bring anything new, it just was there. I was kind of going in expecting a bit more too, especially because of the release date. This is absolutely the sort of thing somebody would have worked on over summer break with the timing. First one comes out in May, second comes out in August. So I was hoping that there'd be some more polish since there's more time. Actually, well, first of all, there should be an article here because, or is this the one that didn't get a MadTom's pick? I thought it was part 3. Yeah, part 2. Yeah, part 2 is the one that everybody forgot. The others all got MadTom's pick. So something beat out part 2. It's just the one that's forgotten, I guess. Alright, well, we'll stream again. Might be as soon as next week. It really depends on my work schedule because they've been making me work 6 days for the past 2 weeks, and hopefully that's over and done with. But if I manage to get another 6-day week, I'm taking a break from streaming. But until then, well, try playing the game yourself and fighting those controls in the bombing run. I'm sure you can do it better than I can. So thank you all for watching, and we'll be back in a week or 2. Ah man, I forgot to hit record. Again. Bye.